Hello, dear students. How are you today? How's everything? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, teacher.
How are you guys? Getting close to Friday, huh? Are you excited? Not really?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah? Okay, friends. Did you get my email? I sent you
Yes.
an email for you to be able to check your Moodle, like that's what I'm gonna do today with you. Like just check that you guys are registered in my class, and of course to remind you about the scores we get from it, from the individual practice, the autonomous practice you have to do there. So let me just open mine and check your names and everything in our Moodle. Let me see. Okay. So what's the plan for today? Today we need to finish our unit. Actually, today we are going to start a new unit, the second part of the class. Here we are. This is our third class. And this is the agenda for today. Moodle instructions. So we're going to check if you guys are registered there, if you need any help. Yeah, I send you like the instructions you guys can follow in order to get to our platform. Second thing of our class, project instructions. I hope you guys have already checked the project form that I sent you yesterday, because today the idea is to have some minutes for, like answering questions and try to organize our tasks about the project. Then we have the normal class agenda. Homework, like just if you have any questions about future forms, the exercise that you guys have for homework, that's okay. If we do not have anything to clarify or say, we can just move on, yeah? And we have to continue with the blind date vocabulary, because remember that you guys have a task about the whole unit, and it's gonna be very important for me because you guys need to register those answers, yeah? So we will continue talking about blind date, online dating, yes? And we will check out something that we have left about grammar that is more complex questions forms. But it's okay. The word complex is just an idea. It is easy. Okay, that's the plan. That's everything in the first part. We finish the unit. On the second part, we have like the introduction of the new unit. Okay, questions about the agenda today? No questions? Anything?
No, no, teacher.
No questions.
Okay, guys. So you guys go to your Moodle, and I also go to mine. Well, I am in it. Let me open my group. Let me see. Okay. Group 1. No, you are group 2. Okay. Can you access it? So basically, the idea is that you guys work on it individually, yeah, on your own pace, with your time. And at the end of the cycle, yes, I will download all the scores. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm just like doing it very, often, because we had a problem with Moodle last month, and it was a problem for all of us at the Language Institute, that we had to, like look for the scores and everything was erased. So just to avoid that situation again, I'm just, downloading the scores. But at the end of it, yes, I just get one score for the whole work you have done. So this is basically our Moodle. As you know it has the units we are going to study this cycle. So we started with 5. Actually, we are done with 5. Today we will finish it. Yeah, then we will move to 6. So 6, 7, and 8. No more. Those are the 4 units you guys need to cover. Okay, what's the question? Oh, Jorge, yeah. Thank you. I have not checked the attendance in some minutes. Okay, so questions, my dear friends. Questions about this? No questions? So is everything clear? Did you already check that you can access it and you have everything there? Yes, yes, yes. On the other hand,
And not question about the model, but you send us the rules about final presentation about our important event.
what do you mean, Kiara? Like the form of the project?
Yes, teacher.
I already did. I'm not sure if we're talking about the same thing. The form, let me just show you. Okay, give me a second, Kiara. Let me just finish with model and we will move to that one in some seconds, okay? Give me a second.
Okay, teacher, thank
I'm
you.
just checking that all of you are here. I guess you are. So it's basically, let me see. Yes. Perfect. Look, some of you have never accessed it. Well, I know that you can do it now. Yeah, I already sent you the instructions to get in so you guys can get in because it registers everything you do. Look. Yeah, and when I go to scores, this one, it just, shows me what you have done. I know that it's not like, how can I say, like, it's not mandatory to do it all at once now, but my invitation is do not just do it at the end, yeah, because then could be overwhelming for you, yeah, a lot of things. So if you do it at the time we are studying in class, it's better because you study, you practice, you have extra work, for practicing. So that's much better. Yeah, it's like we are finishing our unit 5 today. The idea is that you also work for Moodle about this unit, and so you are ready for the next one. And that, that's the way that I recommend you to do it. Okay, perfect. No questions about Moodle anymore? Anything?
No, teacher.
Okay, so let's move to the project. Well, this is what I was telling Kiara. This is the form I sent yesterday. I hope you guys have checked it. So basically what I have here is information about the whole thing, the whole product. But you guys are going to show us the final product of this project at the end of the cycle, yeah, by the 9th class. So, okay, Marlon, thank you. Here we are. Look at the schedule. Class 1, that is May 23rd, share the project with you. So it means the form, that was what you already have and prepared. This class, that is class 8, is for me to give you some minutes, like 20, 30 maximum, for you to, like show me if you have the video done, or to answer questions, or to check, yeah, whatever you need about this project. And after that, on class 9, that is June the 2nd, you guys will show us the video you guys will project the video for all of us here in class, and that's the final product. Yeah, the next day, well, not the next day, but the next class, that in this case is June 5th, that is our class 10, you will receive feedback on that presentation via email. So it's like the way I'm going to give you feedback. Questions? Have you been working on it?
Yes, teacher. I have a question about the project.
Yes.
For the June 2nd, we share the video, or we told share the slide all the students.
No, Beatriz, the video, the final product. The video must be done and you guys will project it here for us. Yeah? Is it okay?
Okay. O sea, en
Yes.
Spanish, teacher, sorry. Debemos hacer
No
un
problem.
video. Debemos
Yes.
hacer un video y se lo debemos enviar de 6 a 8 o ese video se presenta en clase. Es la duda que tengo.
You have to project it here. Tienes que presentarlo en clase. Beatriz.
Ok. O sea, the shared video, but not,
Not send it
no
to me.
presentation in live.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
You are right. I wonder, okay, let me just ask you something. I wonder why you guys are so confused with it. Haven't you worked on the project before? I know this is the first time you are going to present it. I know that. But I'm just wondering about the whole process that you should have followed, you know?
Yes, teacher, for the before the prof we
Marilyn?
send a slide about the tour in video.
Okay.
Tour in video, yeah,
Okay.
in the B1.5.
I understand. Yeah, because what I know and what I just, like try to organize with the other teacher, with teacher Laura and the other group and everything, and my team is that you guys are ready with the product. Yeah. So now I'm worried, like, why are the students kind of lost? I mean, not Beatrice, all of you, yeah. So maybe you guys do not have, like the whole process, but I guess you do. So that's my question. Yeah, do not panic, do not worry.
Okay,
You have been
about the mistake is because the level A2
Mhm.
all students or we presentation in live in live
Right.
for this is mistake maybe, no, or for me is mistake and video. I have record video or I have the presentation in live.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
that must be the confusion. Okay, thank you, Beatrice, for sharing. Okay, according to what Beatrice tells me, yeah, you guys have to show us the video because we are a lot in class and we don't have time, for just having the whole process of just you doing it here. So that's what we agreed with the other teacher, yeah, that we are gonna just have the video session that day. But according to this form, of course, you guys have worked on it. Look, B1.1, first project advanced. Thank you, Mandy. Second, like on the second cycle, second project advanced. Yeah. B1.3, third project advanced. So everything has been, like part of this process. And now B1.5 project presentation. Students have to give the project presentation, that is the video, during the remote session 9. During these 5 steps, the 4 linguistic skills will be asked. Yeah. I will do my assessment thing. That's it. So your question is, do I have to make a video in class? No. Do I have to have my video ready by 9th class? Yes. Thank you, Mandy, for raising your hand. What's up?
Yes,
Teacher.
teacher. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good evening, teacher. What is the final decision? We present the video in the 9th class, yes?
Uh-huh. Yes, you project your video in the 9th class.
Okay, teacher, I understand. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Jorge raised his hand and Kiara as well. Jorge, what's up?
Teacher, do we have to appear full body in the video?
Well, full body
Or
is not
what's
necessary.
the specific format?
Your face? Yes?
Yes, teacher. It's
The same
necessary.
time with the slides?
Well, it's okay. It's okay with the slides. I just need to listen to your voice, and if you can appear in the video for a little bit, that would be okay, but it's okay. Yeah, no problem. Do not worry.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Kiara, what's your question?
Teacher, how long should be the video?
How much time? That's a good question. Look, here, what we just wrote in our instructions is that keep in mind the video must be up to 3 minutes. So 3 minutes is okay. Is it too much for you guys?
Thank you. Yes, teacher.
Yeah? Well, let's try it like that, and maybe, okay. Start planning it, yeah, think about it, and maybe next week when we are like next to or very close to class 8 or class 7, you can just tell me like, no teacher, 3 minutes is too much, I have been creating it and blah blah blah, whatever you want to tell me, and we will see if we need to modify anything. Okay, I will be flexible, no problem. This is the instruction, of our team, but I will see and I will listen to you, of course. Okay, what else? What are the other questions? Quickly, because we have to finish the whole thing. Yes, Beatriz, thank you for raising your hand.
Teacher, sorry.
It's okay.
Other question.
Okay.
Other question. What is the folder we send the video? We will send the video.
No, actually, the idea is that you guys will have the link ready for sharing it and projecting it in class, that way I don't have to open it and, and do it. So you can just handle it on your own. So have it ready. Have your link ready. Yes. And you can just project it in class. I can let you do it, because I will let you share your screen, and that way it's easier. It's easier that I have them all. Yeah. So you guys just need to have it ready. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Any other thing? Any other question, my friends?
No, teacher.
Okay, so if you don't have any other question, just if you get, to just think about other things, just ask me. And start planning it. So maybe next week I will ask you, hey, how are you doing with the project? What's up? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and we can just make some other decisions. Wow. That's the plan. Let me check the attendance very quickly. Oh, I have like several websites open. Crazy. Okay. Karen.
Present teacher. Hello.
Hello, Karen. You're so low. Steven.
Here, teacher.
Okay. Kiara.
Present, teacher.
Jorge.
Present.
Natalia.
Present.
Diego.
Present, teacher.
Manuela.
Yes, teacher.
Joan Pavón. Joan.
Present, teacher.
Beatriz.
Present, teacher.
Xiomara. Xiomara. Hello. Okay. Jessica.
Present teacher.
Catherine.
Present miss.
Marlon. Is that the way you say present? Marlon?
Present, teacher. Yes.
Okay. Mandy.
Teacher, present. With
Thank you for changing your name. I saw you as icon again. Manuel,
Hello, teacher. Present.
María Alejandra,
Present, teacher.
Vanessa.
Present, teacher.
Awesome. Thank you so much for saying present in such a, you know, like enthusiastic way. Awesome. Thank you for your energy for starting the class. Okay, my dear friends. So I hope everything is clear about the project. Well, let me just summarize what we did in this first part of the class. I remind you about Moodle. Yeah, that's an individual task, but of course you guys need to, you know, like be very attentive with it. So do it, please. Second thing, you guys have the form of the project. Maybe if you need to read it in detail again, go back to my email, check it, and maybe ask the necessary questions you have. Oh, I see a lot of things in my chat. I'm so sorry, guys. As soon as I have you know, like some time, I will read, okay, and I will get back to you. Sorry, I was a little bit like worried because I have a lot of things. Okay, well, Moodle done. Project, start working on it. I know that you guys have a process, and this is the presentation cycle, but you have started, you know, you have worked on it. And next week, I will ask you questions about how it's going, you know, and everything. And by class 8, I will check the final product, and class 9, you have to project the video. So that's what we're gonna do. Awesome. Okay. Now, let's continue with our agenda. Here we are. Lots of things. Questions about future forms homework. Anything? Not really? The exercise we started yesterday? Okay. So in order to continue with the blind date vocabulary that we had to finish yesterday, I have this for you. This is a warm-up. You guys have to match the definition with the word. Some of the definitions are people, yeah? And the other ones are actions, like, you know, like, for example, to have a good relationship, to ask somebody to marry you, to spend time with someone and learn about them. Yeah, so let's do it as a way of warming up our brain and get ready for the class, and then we continue with our vocabulary on blind date. Okay, you guys have the link in the chat. While you do it, I will check what you guys want to chat me. Go, you have it in the chat. Do it, please. Are you guys done?
No, really, teacher.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
miss.
Did you learn more vocabulary? Anything new for you? Okay, Manuela, don't worry, you can continue. It's okay. Anything new for you? Tell me about those words or expressions.
Growth, I think.
Which one, Santiago?
Growth. I mean,
Yeah. What about get on?
buena.
Yeah, because I have used it a lot in this topic, you know, talking about having a good relationship. Yeah, get on or get along. That's also a synonym, get along. When you get along with someone is that you have a good relationship. Okay, cool. Anything to check about that vocabulary? Anything you want me to explain on? Is everything clear? That was just like a piece of information for us just to warm up our brain. Now, let's go back to what we have been talking. Last night, we were talking about this guy who, well, this guy, no, I think it's a girl who wants to have a blind date, and you guys were telling me that this guy is alive. Yeah, that you don't think that he just, you know, just the truth. So, here we are. We already checked this guy's profile. And this is the vocabulary we were checking related to this. And that's it. Now, let's go back to talk a little bit more about blind dates. Let's go to our book, page 50, please. Page 50. Here we are. Okay. Page 50. And we are here. Listen to some information about online dating and answer the questions. What do men and women tend to lie about in their profile? We already discussed that. What are the clues that a profile is not accurate? What are the arguments in favor of lying? For example, if you have to create a profile, would you tell the truth about you? Last night you told me that people lie, yeah, in this kind of dating. But tell me about you. You tell the truth? You say, not teacher, some modifications about little things, white lies. What do you think? Sorry?
Some benefits about life. It's what you asking.
Yeah, if you had to create a profile for this kind of websites, if you will tell the truth about you, or maybe your profile will have any fake information.
Well, in my case, and sorry, in my case, well, I haven't, well, I wouldn't do it, but for general, I look older than I am. So in general, I didn't say, I don't say what is my real age.
Ah, interesting. Okay, Santiago. Thank you for sharing. Mandy, thanks for raising your hand. Tell us.
Okay, teacher. Teacher, I don't use. I don't use.
What's the
social
vocabulary?
network. Se me fue la palabra.
Okay.
Social network, but in my work, I use a social network with another. So I changed the name and I chase another information. Is to find people. Is for investigation.
Okay, awesome. Well, cool. So we're going to listen. Yes, and later we will have a very interesting exercise because Ursula and Josh, yeah, were on this blind date. So we have to check what are their opinions, you know? What does Ursula think about George? Here we have the information on her comments. But later on, we will see what Josh thinks about Ursula. Yeah? So that's exactly what we are going to do with this exercise. And the idea is that we are going to check on these idioms. Remember that we have been talking a lot about informal language, colloquial language, yeah? And idioms and slangs are very related to it. So first, we're going to check out this. Listen and complete the idioms. Let's try to do it. Later, I will give you the explanation, you know, for them. And tell me, according to what they say, what do men and women tend to lie about in their profile? You already shared your answers. We already discussed that. So now let's listen to them and try to do those two things. Okay? Thumbs up if you understood the instruction, please. Show me. Thumbs up. I don't want you to be thumbing, but thumbs up. Okay, thank you, Manuel. Awesome. And the rest of you? Okay, I think it's clear. Thank you. Okay, guys, cool. So let's do it. Let's listen, complete the idioms, and let's try to get information about this discussion. Okay, what do men and women tend to lie about in their profile? We already share our answers on this, but now let's listen to them. Okay, let's go.
Unit 5, recording 2.
According to recent research, over 60% of new couples in the USA now meet online. But it's perhaps surprising that any of those relationships ever get started in the first place, because over 80% of people lie in their online profile. Clearly, the temptation to exaggerate is just too great for most people. The most common lie that men tell is about their job. They exaggerate the importance of their job, or they lie about the industry that they work in. The most common lie is claiming to work in finance or the film industry. The men hope, presumably, that women will fall hopelessly in love with them on the first date and not care when they find out that he isn't really a film director, but actually drives a taxi. Men also tend to claim that they have a PA, when in fact they don't. Apart from their career, men are most likely to lie about their height and body shape, choosing, for example, to describe themselves as athletic or muscular, rather than average build. The top two lies that women tell in their online profile concern their age and body shape. Women typically take 4 years off their true age and present themselves as slimmer than they actually are. They also tend to use a photo that is 1.5 years old, compared to men who use a photo that is 6 months old. So if you want to know whether a profile that you are reading is mostly lies, keep an eye out for 3 things. Firstly, the number of times that the word I is used. The less often someone uses it, the more likely they are to be lying. Apparently, this reflects a desire to distance ourselves from our lies. Secondly, shorter profiles. These can be a sign that someone is being economical with the truth. People write shorter profiles when they want to avoid telling a lot of lies that they will have to remember later. The less information there is to remember, the easier it will be on the first meeting. And thirdly, keep an eye out for negative statements. People who are lying tend to prefer them to positive statements. For example, a liar will describe himself or herself as not boring or not sad, rather than exciting and happy. Some people say, however, that it is necessary to lie a little bit in your online profile. Perhaps it's even expected, because if you tell the truth, people will believe that you are older, less attractive, and less successful than you actually are. Most online daters know that they have to take what they read with a pinch of salt. Telling little white lies online can also have a positive benefit by encouraging you to live up to the standards that you set in your profile. It's best not to stretch the truth too far, however. One online dater called Karen posted her story on the web. She went to a restaurant expecting to meet a 29-year-old investment banker who enjoyed surfing, swimming, and going to the gym. The person who walked through the door, she wrote, was about 40 and wearing a supermarket uniform. He'd clearly used a photo that was over 10 years old. In those last 10 years, he definitely hadn't been to the gym.
Very interesting. Some of them are very similar to the ones that we shared. So, you want to listen again? Do you already get the answers? Was it okay?
One more time, please.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, now this time you guys are going to focus a little bit more on this part, yeah? So you guys are taking notes of trying to answer the questions, but as we already, discussed this, I would like you to focus on the language because that's what I will explain, okay? Idioms. So let's do it. Okay, one more time.
Unit 5, Recording 2.
According to recent research, over 60% of new couples in the USA now meet online. But it's perhaps surprising that any of those relationships ever get started in the first place because over 80% of people lie in their online profile. Clearly, the temptation to exaggerate is just too great for most people. The most common lie that men tell is about their job. They exaggerate the importance of their job, or they lie about the industry that they work in. The most common lie is claiming to work in finance or the film industry. The men hope, presumably, that women will fall hopelessly in love with them on the first date and not care when they find out that he isn't really a film director, but actually drives a taxi.
Okay, let's stop here because that's a lot of information. So let's talk a little bit about this first part. She already mentioned, yeah, what men tend to lie about. So tell me that.
She
Okay,
say
thank you
that
for raising. Oh, sorry, Natalia. Wait a second. Here I have some people raising their hands. So, okay, let's listen to Mendy, Santiago, and Natalia. Okay, thank you.
Teacher, me now.
Oh, you guys have the hand. So let's listen to Natalia that she was very enthusiastic to speak, and then we listen to Santiago. Okay, Natalia, go ahead.
okay. She say that men lie about the job.
Yeah, about the importance of the job. What else? Anything else? Yeah.
No.
Okay, thank you, Natalia. Santiago, do you want to add anything related to it?
Yes, teacher. Well, in fact, the man lied about his job to show a good first impression about his salary, his economy powered, and to attract more guilt and include. The girl mentioned that the man, as no matter if he can, they pay a taxi in the first date.
Thank you so much for that, Santiago. She also says that men even say that they have a PA. What is PA? Remember that we studied it last night. What is PA? A personal assistant, yeah? And they don't, yes? So they lie about that. Sometimes they also lie about body shape, yes? They say that they are taller than what they really are. Okay, let's listen to the second part. Let's continue.
Men also tend to claim that they have a PA, when in fact they don't. Apart from their career, men are most likely to lie about their height and body shape, choosing, for example, to describe themselves as athletic or muscular, rather than average build. The top two lies that women tell in their online profile concern their age and body shape. Women typically take 4 years off their true age and present themselves as slimmer than they actually are. They also tend to use a photo that is 1.5 years old, compared to men who use a photo that is 6 months old. So if you want to know whether a profile that you are reading is mostly lies, keep an eye out for 3 things. Firstly, the number of times that the word I is used. The less often someone uses it, the more likely they are to be lying. Apparently, this reflects a desire to distance ourselves from our lies. Secondly, shorter profiles. These can be a sign that someone is being economical with the truth. People write shorter profiles when they want to avoid telling a lot of lies that they will have to remember later. The less information there is to remember, the easier it will be on the first meeting. And thirdly, keep an eye out for negative statements. People who are lying tend to prefer them to positive statements. For example, a liar will describe himself or herself as not boring or not sad, rather than exciting and happy. Some people say, however, that it is necessary to lie a little bit in your online profile. Perhaps it's even expected, because if you tell the truth, people will believe that you are older, less attractive, and less successful than you actually are. Most online daters know that they have to take what they read with a pinch of salt. Telling little white lies online can also have a positive benefit by encouraging you to live up to the standards that you set in your profile. It's best not to stretch the truth too far, however. One online dater called Karen posted her story on the web. She went to a restaurant expecting to meet a 29-year-old investment banker who enjoyed surfing, swimming, and going to the gym. The person who walked through the door, she wrote, was about 40 and wearing a supermarket uniform. He'd clearly used a photo that was over 10 years old. In those last 10 years, he definitely hadn't been to the gym.
Okay, guys, perfect. Now, what do women tend to lie about? Tell me. Different from men, or maybe the same? Yes?
No, teacher, different or similar. They tend to lie about age and body shape.
Yeah. Weight. Yes. Okay. Mandy, thank you for raising your hand.
Teacher, I listening. The man chose three aspects. Maybe the last one is don't say negative statements.
Yeah.
He's not sad and he say the truth. And the first one, I am no, I am not sure. He says he's serious. I don't know, teacher.
What you are mentioning is thank you, Mandy, is related to this. You guys said that this guy is lying. And look, not into quiet nights in and never boring. Yeah. So that's what the woman says. Why doesn't he just mention that he is, like very active or fun instead of saying never boring? Yeah. So you guys are very good readers. Okay. Any other thing you want to add? No more? Okay, let's talk about the vocabulary. Help me complete this, please. The men hope, yes, they will fall hopelessly in, what do you have?
Love.
In love with. Okay, let's have them here and we can analyze them. What else? What else do you get from the audio? For the second one. Let's put it here with another color. Awesome. Okay, so keep on. What? Guys, here, any idea?
Eye.
Keep an eye. Thank you, Beatriz. Okay, keep an eye out for three things. And it's being with the truth. What? Don't worry, that will explain. But I just want to listen to you. Any idea here?
Economic, algo así.
Being economical with the truth. It's very idiomatic. Yes. And here we are. To take what they read with a pinch of, this is a pinch of, with a pinch of salt.
Pinch on the part.
Salt.
With pinch of salt. Telling little or little what? White lies. I'm just completing the sentences, but of course I'm going to go, you know, through one by one to explain what they mean. So let's just write them here. And now the sentences make sense. Okay, it's best not to stretch the what? Come on, guys. What do you have here?
True.
What?
Maybe true.
True.
Yes. Mhm. Okay. Now, listen to my explanations here. And we can go back to check what they, can add to that sentence. What is the magical ingredient to make it informal, colloquial? Yes. So this one is that you fall deeply in love with. Keep an eye out for is to watch out for. Be careful. Be attentive. Yes. Follow the signs. Be economical with the truth means that you do not tell the truth, in a fully way. So it's like not telling the full truth. Like maybe you omit some information, maybe you don't want to share everything. Yeah. Take with a pinch of salt. Not treat as entirely true. Yeah. So it's like just a little bit. Little white lies. Small lies that are not seriously dishonest. But you know that lies are lies. Yeah. Some people say, well, but that's just a little white lie. Yeah, but that's a lie. Stretch the truth. Say things that are definitely wrong and unlikely. Yeah, so you are just like changing that. Do you understand? Have you got any question about the vocabulary? Was it a little bit hard for you to get them from the recording or no?
No question.
Santiago? No? Okay. Now that we have this clear, we can go back to the sentences and see if they make sense for us. The men hope, presumably, that women will fall hopelessly in love with them on the first date. Well, there are a lot of women who, just like want to really, really look in detail and analyze everything. So that wouldn't happen. So if you want to know whether a profile that you are reading is mostly lies, keep an eye for 3 things. And you already mentioned which 3. Okay. This can be a sign that someone is being economical with the truth. It's just giving you a little bit of honesty, not all. Most online daters know that they have to take what they read with a pinch of salt. Yeah, it means that you are not going to believe the whole thing because you know that maybe, you will find things that are not true. Telling little white lies online can also have a positive benefit. Yeah, sometimes we use them because we don't want to hurt people, right? But we don't know how the other person will be affected. So it's a matter of perspective. It's best not to stretch the truth too far, however, because sometimes it can just, lead you to more, how can I say? Well, more lies, yeah, or other things. Yeah, if you change the information, if you omit some information, yeah, can be bad. Questions, my friends? Okay, now we have to work on this. That is to analyze other ways to ask questions. Yeah, more complex questions forms. There are other combinations. Actually, there are questions that maybe you have been told not to ask or not to say or not to use. I'm talking about the structure. Yeah, but we are going to be very flexible with this, and we are going to analyze a couple of them. Yeah, that can be just out of the ones that we have always used. So, which ones? First, I want you to just check what Ursula thinks about her blind date with Josh. So, who can please help me read? This is very important that you are just listening to me. Okay, go ahead. Okay, people raising their hands. Thank you for it. Mandy and Manuel. Okay, so you can start. Well, I'm not sure who did it first, but let's start with Mandy and then Manuel. Okay, go, please. Blind date.
Okay, teacher. Blind date. Ursula Porter, 26, librarian, met web designer Josh Franz, 28. Ursula and Josh. Host before the date. Johnny Depp or Colin Farrell has neither of those. First impression. Pedicure style out and interesting. I was hoping he'd be wearing a suit, but he wasn't. His outfit was unusual.
Thank you, Mandy. Manuel, you can finish. Okay, here we are.
Okay, remind you of anyone? My father. Conversation topics are education, career goals, favorite films, blah, blah, blah. Standard first date conversations. Awkward moments. There was a very embarrassing incident when a bit of the lobster he was eating landed on my dress.
No, my goodness. Okay,
Simil-
continue, please.
Okay, similarities between you. Neither of us are motivated by money. I think that's a good thing. Marks out of 10. I'll be generous and give him a 6. Another meeting? Probably not.
Oh, okay, well, that's Ursula's comments on Josh. And now we are going to listen to Josh's comments on Ursula. So you guys have to please take notes because we are going to use those questions to analyze our more complex forms, okay? So we have here what she thinks. So basically, she didn't like that date, right? What do you think? Guys.
Yes, teacher, I think the same.
Yeah. And we don't know if he liked it. Yes, so we will listen to his comments. Ursula was not very happy with it. So it's like, not really. Let's see what Josh has to say about her. So Josh is being interviewed about his opinion of the date. Listen and make notes on his answers. Who is kinder and who's cooler about the other? Ursula or Josh? Do you think Ursula is being cruel about him?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, did you find
She's
her
cold.
comments a little bit cruel?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for answering, Manuel. And it's a little bit cruel to say things about, dress code. She was expecting another thing, a suit. And what about the lobster? You guys understand lobster, right? Do you?
Yes, teacher.
Well, yes.
It's a sea animal.
Yeah, and it's very expensive.
It's very expensive and very delicious.
Is it? I have not tried, Mandy. Have you?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Cartagena.
Do you recommend it?
Yes, why not? If you like seafood, you may.
I do. I will give it a try. Yeah. Okay. So we already have like picture about the blind date, but from Ursula's side. Now let's listen to Josh. Let me see what are the questions. 2 million in Cartagena. Yes, Jorge. I bet. Well, okay. So I would like you to do two things. Make notes on what he says, but please pay attention to the questions you listen. If we have to listen to the recording twice, we will do it, yeah? But I would like you to just, try to write the questions you listen. That will be very, very useful for the exercise. Okay, ready? Let's go. Here we are. Uh-oh. I need to move it a little bit so it doesn't interrupt. Actually, it does. I have to erase it. Sorry. Okay. It's because I wrote on it, but I already deleted. Okay, Japan, wait a second. It's because of these words. So maybe. Okay, let me just erase the whole thing. And that way we can access to it. Here we are. Of course, I need the listening. So maybe, okay, guys, let me just do something because it's not working. So I will just stop here and do it again with this. Just get ready. Try to read Ursula's comments so you guys have a better idea about what maybe he will say about her. Yeah. And that way you give me time for just doing this. Okay, here we are. It's like 1 minute break while the recording is ready. Yes, Jorge, thank you for that recommendation. It's actually what I'm doing, but it's taking a little bit. It's okay. Let's just relax. Let me see. I'm missing one student. It's getting ready for us. Don't worry. Okay, here we are. Sometimes when I have it open for a long time, things like that can happen. But it is back with us. So we are ready for listening to Josh's opinions. Okay, guys. Please make notes.
Unit 5, recording 3.
So, Josh, could you tell me what you were looking for before the date, I mean?
Oh, well, I guess I was hoping that she'd be the one for me, a mix between Beyonce and Ava Peron. Ursula wasn't that.
Wasn't your first impression of Ursula good?
Oh, no, it was really good. Excellent. She looked great. I've got no idea what she thought of me, though.
That's always the problem, isn't it? Okay, so who did she remind you of?
Well, no one in particular, really. But if I had to choose one person, it would be my sister.
Okay, and, oh yes, what did you talk about? What topics?
I think we talked about films and books and that sort of stuff, cultural stuff. But to be honest, most of the time I was so busy trying to eat my lobster that I wasn't listening to what she was saying.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
I know. lobster probably wasn't the best choice, really.
So, did you have any awkward moments?
Well, at one point, a piece of my lobster flew off my plate and landed on her dress. But luckily, I don't think she noticed.
You don't think she noticed?
Oh no, did she?
You'll have to read the magazine to find out. Now, how similar are you and Ursula?
Well, I think we're actually quite similar. We both get stressed out on first dates.
Okay, and finally, what marks out of 10 would you give Ursula?
Oh, I hate that question. I'd have to say 7, possibly 7.5.
Okay, well, thanks. That's. Oh, sorry, I forgot. One last question.
Sure, no problem.
I wanted to ask if you'd want to meet Ursula again.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh, wow.
But just as friends, I think.
Great. Well, thanks very much. I hope that you have.
Wow, I'm surprised. Well, you guys want to listen again, or are you ready with your answers?
Again, please.
Yeah,
Listen
no
again,
problem.
teacher, please.
Sure. Could you guys get just like some questions, like literal questions? Yeah, a little bit, maybe some.
Some of them.
Not some of them, Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Try to follow, what they are asking and answering, and just, focus on the questions. Okay, let's listen again.
Unit 5, Recording 3.
So, Josh, could you tell me what you were looking for before the date, I mean?
Oh, well, I guess I was hoping that she'd be the one for me, a mix between Beyonce and Ava Peron. Ursula wasn't that.
Wasn't your first impression of Ursula good?
Oh no, it was really good. Excellent. She looked great. I've got no idea what she thought of me, though.
That's always the problem, isn't it? Okay, so who did she remind you of?
Well, no one in particular, really. But if I had to choose one person, it would be my sister.
Okay, and, oh yes, what did you talk about? What topics?
I think we talked about films and books and that sort of stuff, cultural stuff. But to be honest, most of the time I was so busy trying to eat my lobster that I wasn't listening to what she was saying.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
I know. Lobster probably wasn't the best choice, really.
So, did you have any awkward moments?
Well, at one point, a piece of my lobster flew off my plate and landed on her dress. But luckily, I don't think she noticed.
You don't think she noticed?
Oh no, did she?
You'll have to read the magazine to find out. Now, how similar are you and Ursula?
Well, I think we're actually quite similar. We both get stressed out on first dates.
Okay, and finally, what marks out of 10 would you give Ursula?
Oh, I hate that question. I'd have to say 7, possibly 7.5.
Okay, well, thanks. That's. Oh, sorry, I forgot. One last question.
Sure, no problem.
I wanted to ask if you'd want to meet Ursula again.
Oh, yes, definitely. But just as friends, I think.
Great. Well, thanks very much. I hope that you have.
Okay, let's discuss a little bit. Don't worry about the questions that I would explain. Don't get stressed out about it. Let's talk a little bit about Josh's questions, about, comments on Ursula's. What does he think? Did he like the date? How many marks out of 10 does he give her? What else? What else can you tell me? So, thank you, Karen.
He was a little bit uncomfortable because in the blind
date,
date, he tried to eat how do you say
lobster, maybe?
Yes, he
Yeah,
tried to eat, and he wasn't concentrate in the conversation. So it didn't work well.
Very good, Karen. Yeah, you're right. He was so concentrated on how to eat it, yeah, that he was not paying attention to Ursula. I think that is also rude. Is it when you have dinner with someone or have a coffee or a beer and you are checking your phone? Yeah, what's the point of having a meeting with a person if you're not going to pay attention? Yes, what else what else do you want to tell me, guys? What else? How was his first impression? Was it good? Was it bad? Thank you, Catherine, for raising your hand.
For him, she was really good and she looked great.
Yes, very good, Catherine. That was his first impression. Awesome. What else? How many marks out of 10 does he give her? Guys. Okay, thank you for raising your hand. Sorry, Catherine.
And she reminds her sister or just sister.
Uh-huh.
Why talking about him? They were talking about Facebook, and were moments in one point when the lobster land in her dress, and similarities between them. Well, quite similar, and they are stressed out all night. Marks out about she. He put 7 has. And another meeting, yes, definitely.
Definitely yes, but as a friend, right? Yes, thank you, Catherine. Manuel, you raise your hand. What else can you tell us?
They talk about films and books, but he didn't pay much attention because he was sitting. Many other things that nobody had said. He said that they are very similar because they both get stressed out when they are on a date. And no, I think it's almost everything said.
Cool. You guys have mentioned everything. That's wonderful. Okay. Now, if you could write the questions that I asked you, that's wonderful. If you couldn't, no problem. Let's study them. Here I have, maybe later when you are studying or checking, you can just read a little bit about what he thinks. Yeah. This is just a summary of everything you guys mentioned. So we are not going to stop here. Okay. More complex questions first. These are the questions that I could collect from what they talked about. Yeah. So, wasn't your first impression of Ursula good? Who did she remind you of? What did you talk about? You know, what topics? Actually, that's the question in the first part. So, did you have any awkward moments? You don't think she noticed? How similar are you and Ursula? What marks out of 10, in that case, you can also say how many, yeah, would you give Ursula? I wanted to ask if you want to meet Ursula again. So if you notice and if you check these questions, they do not have the usual form we use like, okay, auxiliary, subject, verb, question mark. Yeah, those are the simple ones that we have studied. These ones are a little bit more complex. So how can we analyze them? Let's do this. For compound questions, you can use what and which with a noun, like what marks out of 10 would you give Ursula? Yes, so what, which, and noun. You can also use how plus an adjective or how plus an adverb, like How similar are you and yours? Yes? Okay. Questions with prepositions. When a verb or an adjective takes a preposition, you have to put the preposition at the end of the question. You don't omit the preposition, please. Yes, like who did she remind you of? What did you talk about? What are you interested in? Who did you go to the party with? What is it for? What is it made of? What is it used for? Yes? Is it okay? Is it clear?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. And we have more. Statements and negative questions. This is something that students usually ask. Teacher, can I ask a negative question? And we'll say, well, the idea is not to say yes or no, but the idea is how much do you understand about that? Yeah? How clear is it for you that if you use a negative statement for a question, you are showing surprise, you are confirming information. If you have that idea, wonderful, use them. But if you are just, using simple questions and you just say a negative statement and you don't understand what you are doing, it's better just to, use the simple ones. It's like, for example, when you say, I do love you. I remember that this is a very common case that when students are studying present simple, they tend to use do or does for everything, and in affirmative statements. And we say, it's not that you can't. Of course, it's possible, but you have to understand that if you use it in an affirmative sentence, you are being very, emphatic. You are being very strong about them in the expression. Yeah, like I do love you. They say, teacher, I did do the homework. I don't know why isn't there in your registration. Okay. Yeah. So with this one, it's the same. You can use negative questions to express surprise or to check that, to check whether the information is correct or no. Yes. And how do you do it? Through intonation. This is just this case is very similar to Spanish because in Spanish we don't really care about the structure of the question. We just change our tone of voice and that's a question. That's it. Yeah. So here is it also possible when you want to express surprise. Like, wasn't your first impression of yourself good? Yeah. So you have an idea about the answer. Just want to confirm or you are so surprised about it. And statements can be also used as questions, usually to express surprise or check information. Here we are, like, to remind you of your sister. And then if you change the intonation and you just, ask a question. To remind you of your sister? You don't think she noticed? Yeah, if you delete the question mark here, that is a statement. That's it. But if you just show, surprise through intonation, that's a question. Okay? Questions, my friends? Not really?
No, teacher.
Awesome. And the last one is indirect questions. When you use phrases like this, like, could you tell me, do you know, I wanted to know, could you tell me if there's a bank near here, I wonder whether, tell me, can you remind me? So you can just, use affirmative word order. That is like the same. I wanted to ask, so you use this expression and then you just give me an affirmative sentence like, I wanted to ask if you'd want to meet Ursula again. Yes? Could you tell me if you did homework? Yeah? I wanted to know if you already worked on the project. I wonder what you did about that presentation. Yes? Questions? No questions? Okay. We have the exact time for some practice, and this is wonderful. because we are good on time. To practice this, and later on we can have our sorry, exercise that was meant to be done last night. Yeah, so that's good. This is the practice. Let's go to our book, and you guys are going to write all the possible questions you can using these prompts. Here we are. Page 50, exercise 1A. Write a question for each set of prompts in the box. Try to write complex questions like the ones that we analyzed. Yeah. So if you just have anything to remember, here you have the grammar box, which has pretty much the same explanation that I gave you. Is that I just give you, the explanation in detail with examples, but here is the same. You can just do it again. For example, you can select the correct option. Yeah, you say, use what and which plus what? Adjective, verb, or noun? Did you already forget? Okay, this is just if you need to check it again, yeah? Do the questions, like do the exercise about the questions, write them, and then you can tell them to me, or just maybe use the chat so I know that you are following, yeah? Send me some questions in the chat, that would be good. Go ahead, guys. I will go back to the slides, maybe you need them. Here we are, maybe with this or this, I don't know, maybe these ones that are a little bit more complex. And that's it. Okay, 5 minutes for writing all the possible questions you guys can create. Let's go.
Teacher, can I see the questions, the options?
The previous ones, what do you mean?
And the last
I'll
ones.
answer.
The last ones where there are the last slide, teacher, that one. Yep.
Oh, don't you have your book?
Not open, teacher.
Oh, okay. But can you open it? I mean, like, is it okay? Is it working for you or no?
Yes, teacher, is working.
Okay. Okay. What are you worried about? Yes, Mandy. Very good. Santiago, maybe we can change a little bit of your question, and we can say, could you tell me how long? Yes, not time, just how long. Because how long has the word time itself. You know what I mean?
Okay, teacher.
Is it clear, Santiago?
It is, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Beatriz, in your case, what have you been? Okay, maybe what have you been dreaming about? Or what have you been, no, what have your dream been about? Yeah, both can be possible. Okay, Manuela, how similar are you with her? How similar are you with her? Good. I wonder what qualities you want in a partner. Cool. Yes, okay. Okay. I love when you guys participate. That's awesome. And that's good for you because you are practicing. Okay, Jorge, if you say, do you have a plastic surgery? It's a good question, but it's a simple one. Yeah. It's not like one of the more complex question forms, but it's okay, of course. Kiara, how long have you been single? Because you cannot use do and be in the same one. So how long have you been single? Could you tell how often do you cry? Okay, could you tell me how often do you cry? Yes. Try to write complex ones, guys. Keep going, keep going. I want to read questions from all of you. Well, actually, I think we need to. Okay, I think we have the perfect time for. Oh, I was thinking that we finish our lesson 10 to 8, but no, it's 15 to 8. So let's stop here. Let me share some of the ones that I wrote, but of course you guys did a good job too. Some of the ones that I wrote, look at my examples. What do you worry about? Mandy used that one. Who do you most care about? Your cat, your mom, your couple. What do you dream about? What jokes make you laugh? Who do you depend on? What do you like talking about? Where did you grow up? How similar are we? What qualities do you want in a partner? The ones that you already meet. Awesome, my friends. So that's everything about grammar. That's everything about vocabulary of this unit. Have you got any question? Teacher, that's not very clear. Teacher, maybe this is not clear. I don't know. Whatever. What do you need? Tell me. Thank you for keeping writing.
Another is.
Yes, Mandy?
Teacher, excuse me. Another example for care about.
Care about?
Yes, teacher.
Basically, you care about things or people. Yeah. So who do you care about? What do you most care about? Yeah, like example about learning English or about playing sports, or in the other case for people, like about my mom, about my cat. Yeah. It's just like they got your full attention. Okay. Good, my friends. This is the end. We need to stop. I hope you guys have, learned a lot from this unit, and I hope that everything is clear because this is the end of the unit. So we need to start working on our production activity, and you guys need to register your answers in our folder. So please go to our folder. Let me show you here. Look, this is what I want you to do. To work together, go to our folder, Teacher Sandy Resources, and classwork group 2, that is yours, and unit 5 is the tax. Okay, go there. While you guys go, I will show you, I will send you to their rooms. Wait a second. Here we are. So we will need 8. Maybe if I have 8, I have 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, it's okay, no problem. Okay, and are you guys there in the folder? Let me just show it to you so you guys can start working. What do you have to do? It's basically the summary of everything we have talked about during the whole unit. Yeah, we talked about online dating, blind dates. Yeah, so You guys are going to edit my slides. Remember that you guys need to take turns because only one person can edit at a time. Yeah? So look, there are 2 slides. First, discuss with your partner. What's your opinion about having a blind date? So student 1 registers his or her opinion as well with the student 2. And then you guys write, yeah, like based on those opinions, what are the advantages and disadvantages of online dating websites? Yes, it's just like what you think, what you agree with your partner or classmate, and that's it. Yes, Catherine.
Miss, the link didn't work.
Oh, let me just send it again. Oh. But it is open for you, so okay. Okay. Here we are. Anyone with the link can edit. That's my command. So here we are. Try this one, please. And tell me if you can work on it. Okay, I will visit your rooms. I will check your work. Please register the answers. 15 minutes is okay. Okay? Ready? See you in a bit. If you have questions, just call me. Guys, I need you to go to your rooms, please. Karen, Jessica. What's wrong? Karen and Jessica, hello. Okay, I'm going there, but let me just...
Hi, teacher. Es que
What's up?
en ocasiones he tenido un problema que cuando me pasan a las salas de grupo reducido, no me deja conectar el audio. Entonces, la solución que hemos encontrado es que tengo que salirme de todo y volver a ingresar.
Okay, so how can I help you? What do you want me to do? Karen and you? What's up, guys?
Hello, teacher. Sorry, could you please give us or let us share screen?
Oh, yeah, sorry, excuse me for that. Thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, any other thing?
Thank you, teacher. I think that's it for now.
Awesome. Okay, keep going.
Thank you.
Karen, what's up?
Hola, profe. Es que tengo un problema porque le di en entrar a la sala, a los grupos, y se quedó cargando y no, y ahí se quedó como que no me dejó entrar, entonces me salí para volver a entrar.
Do you remember what was your room?
El 5,
5? Okay.
5.
Okay, Karen, go please.
Thank you.
Kiara, what about yours? Which one was yours?
No recuerdo, creo que estaba Joan.
Joan? Catherine, Jessica, Kiara, Joan. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, go, please. Thank you. What's up, Mandy? What's up? What's your room?
Teacher, could you send me to the undo two, please?
Okay. 2?
I have 2 devices.
Okay, cool. But 2? Are you sure? No, that's 4.
No, teacher, was a mistake. It's 4, teacher.
Yeah, 4. I send you to room 4. Isn't it 4?
Send me 4. Yes, 4, teacher.
Yeah, I send you to room 4. I don't know. I mean, like, I cannot send you to room 4 again because I already did. That's weird.
Yes, teacher. Could you send me again to
Okay.
the rooms 4?
Okay. Let me tell you something. I will send you to any random one and then go back to 4. Yeah, because I already sent you to 4 and I cannot do it. But don't worry, I will fix it. 1 and now 4. 4. Go. Guys, I wonder where you guys are writing or editing, in which slide.
Well, teacher, we were in the slide number 8, but other group write that show another slide because they are there, but we are slide 8. I don't know what happened to that. So we chose. Yes, teacher.
No, sorry. Did you already choose one, Santiago?
Choose another. We choose another, the number 8 as well. The other people was in the 8.
So maybe you should choose 7, that is without anyone.
No, the number 9. We chose the 9.
Oh, you created another one, but I don't see it.
Sorry?
9. Okay, okay, sorry. 9, Santiago and Manuel. Okay. It was my mistake, but because I forgot to tell you that. Oh no, I think it's okay that you have 2, 2 per each cup. Yes?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to stop the groups. I need to tell you something, but do not worry if you have not finished. Okay. So sorry, guys, but the time's over and we did not finish the exercise. Some of you already did, which is wonderful. Some others did not. And maybe that was my mistake because I did not remind you about using, the slide that corresponds to your room. That's the same number, but it's okay. I think it's okay if we just leave what you guys left there and I can check what you guys do. Yeah, like what you could do. If you want to add something, you can do it tonight, but tomorrow I will check it. So yeah, do not worry about it. Yeah, because I know that not all of you finished. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time and for being active. Okay, enjoy the break.
Bye, teacher. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Sorry about your break time. Excuse me, please.
Teacher?
Don't worry, teacher.
Yes?
Teacher, can you share the slide in this activity about the check, answer, the homework?
With future forms? What do you mean? Sorry, Beatriz.
Sorry, teacher. Is possible, can you share the correct answer, the homework, activity homework in a slide, in this slide?
Homework, like you want to do it as a homework, that's what you mean? I don't get
Yes.
what you want to say. Like,
Okay,
okay, you can continue, it didn't, don't worry, and tomorrow I will check it. Yeah, so if you can add more information now, that's okay.
But I want to check the answer about the activity complete, the conversational correct future verbs, the homework, the yesterday.
Yeah.
It's possible you put in a slide the current answer for the check in my...
It is, Beatriz.
Yes.
I will do it in this presentation that I'm using now. So tonight when I finish the class, I will upload it there in our, okay?
Okay.
And you will find it there. Perfect. No problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.